Hello, everyone. Welcome back. In this episode here, um, I'm going to do a little bit of a news article and then do a chart analysis here. But this is something that is recent. It looks like Indonesia um, is trying to develop a Bitcoin exchange here. And what makes it interesting for me is the amount of effort that they're putting into in um, making Bitcoin a viable payment, investment, merchant, whatever they wanted to do. They're really trying hard, from what I can tell. And this is a great article. And then I started reading it, and this is again from CoinDesk, and there's the our author, if y'all can see that. And there's the title. And like anything else, as I'm looking at it, I'm just thinking about things you can do with Bitcoin in real life, with real money, with real investment kind of stuff, making real difference in reality, right? So not just an exchange over at the whatever exchange is, something you can really do in real life. So I went to BitLegal, all right, and it's been a while since I've been here, but I'll go to it a little bit later. But I looked up Indonesia, and Indonesia is different. It's basically all these little countries and part of this as well. So it's a lot of little, it's a lot of these countries here put together. So capital is Jakarta. I don't know where Jakarta is, but there you go. You have an idea where Indonesia is. So I'm looking at it, and here it is. Bitcoin officially legal in Indonesia per Bank of Indonesia. So this is pretty interesting. And this was done February 6th, so it's been a while, but it didn't really catch my eye until I saw the article. And one of the things I was thinking was, wow, okay, maybe I can open myself up to that kind of market in Indonesia. And so I wanted to see what kind of relations we have as far as U.S. and Indonesia relations. Is it a friendly place to go to? Am I going to get my head cut off or stuff like that? So I basically I Googled Indonesia. Okay, Indonesia. I just Googled Indonesia. I said, let's see what Indonesia is all about, because I know where it is, but I don't really know anything about it. And look what pops up. Indonesia CIA. And look at another site that comes up. Indonesia U.S. Department of State. So I was like, well, why not? Let's see what they say about Indonesia. And once here it is. Look at that. Finally, I can't believe it. Finally, all right, check this out. This is crazy. All right, here I am trading Bitcoins, right? And pretty much I got the banks to work for me. The banks work for me, all right? And now I got the Central Intelligence Agency to work for me now. They work for me now. Isn't that kind of crazy? Life can't get any stranger. Anyways, and that don't really work for me. I'm just trying to make some fun here, but finally I got these guys finally got something that I can use, and I guess they're good for something other than spying on other leaders, but there you go. I never, if you think Central Intelligence Agency, you often think like um, you know they're all dressed in black, hiding in the shadows, and doing something James Bondish, or what's another one? What's an American one? What's the one that Matt Damon's in? Oh gosh, I forgot. Oh, Born Identity kind of stuff, right? You think something like that, but at the end of the day, when you look at this, all they're doing is just getting information about something, about somewhere or someone. And most of this stuff usually comes through like an open channel, or TV or even the internet itself, or maybe somebody over wherever just telling them the situation. Um, so it's kind of like you, kind of boring in some ways if you really think about like what does it really take to gather intelligence? Well, it takes some kind of like office dork probably, filing things in the right place. I guess I don't file things. It's all done with computers, and they're all just processing information. So, anyways, wow, I can't believe I'm actually on this site and actually using something of use for me, for my own benefit here. But they got this here, and you know, there it is. They got a whole bunch of stuff and pretty up to date. It seems like that I can use for my own benefit here. And they talk about their economy, their government, their military, all sorts of stuff. And the reason I'm looking at this is I want to see how hard or easy it is to penetrate into this market. And from what it looks like, it looks they're very friendly towards the U.S. They have relations with the U.S. Um, and so this is also very recent here. Now this is the U.S. State Department or U.S. Department of State, and there it is, Secretary Kerry. I'm sure he's busy with Ukraine over there, but good for him. He's doing something. Anyways, so I'm looking at this and I'm like, wow, look at all this information I get. I finally get now even the so in some essence the U.S. Department of State is I got them to work for me now. Isn't that kind of crazy? They don't really work for me. I'm just using this information. Finally, my tax dollars is working for me now. So there's a lot of information here on U.S. Indonesian relations, and it seems pretty positive. And it seems like they could use some investments over there, or maybe someone like me who has U.S. dollars that can invest into Indonesia. I would have to find a partner or something in that country where we can do a joint venture. I mean, there's a lot of things we can do. So, wow. And it seems like we have some really good positive relationships with Indonesia. And when I say we, I mean the U.S. and Indonesia. So, I think this is another market for me to explore. I don't have to worry about my head getting cut off or getting kidnapped or just weird stuff like that. So I think this is a very safe place. So, anyways, that's this part of the episode. It's just something that I, I read about, and I just wondered, what what kind of relations does the U.S. have with Indonesia, and can I go there and actually can I do some trading over there? So it looks like I could. It looks very safe for me to go there. So that's why and maybe some other investors as well. It's a good chance to explore that option, because after a while, you do want to go and open yourself up to as many markets as you can, in my opinion. So that's that. So there you go. These guys, if you think about it, these guys really work for you guys, or or it works for the uh, American citizen, right? So here they are doing their thing. You can use them or not. For me, I'm just trying to get my money's worth, and if this is what they got to offer, I'll take it. It's better than me doing all the research. And again, if they're doing all the research and this information helps me, I don't have a problem with that. You know, I think if most people realize um, some of the resources they had uh, at their disposal through these guys, the same agencies, government entities that a lot of people fear from, a lot of Bitcoin users may fear. Um, it's kind of weird if you're legitimate and out in the open like this, and you're real. you can you can use their resource to your advantage. Kind of, you know. So there you go. Just Google it. What can I say? And there's Indonesia. And let me go back to the market now. Let's go back to the world. I haven't been to the site for a while, and excuse me. And it looks like everything's turning a little bit more greener. Wow, they even got Mexico. This was unknown. Now they got Mexico here being a little hostile. I don't know what the deal is, but probably due to well, the drug trade probably. Um, Let me see here. So Russia's gone from red to yellow, finally saying, "Whoa, wait a minute. We didn't really mean ban. We were just, reading what the law says." But but if you ever notice, like most of the yellow is right around this side of the world, and some red, and well, they're red for a reason, but but you're starting to see a lot more green here. A lot of, except for some areas. So the world is changing as we speak, and so there's a lot of new things going on. I didn't realize this. I gotta figure out what this is because I'm in Houston somewhere, so you know that there's gonna be some trading here from Mexico to Houston, Brazil, um, Canada. So there's a lot of opportunities here to do a lot of Bitcoin trading. Anyway, let's go to a chart analysis now. And so there we go. Okay. So here we are, and I've upgraded some lines, or redid some lines. Specifically, this one. This is this is Bitstamp on a 6-hour. And what we got here is there's had to redraw the support. I originally had it like kind of up to here, going out this way, and well, that seems to be a little too ambitious because it's really just gone sideways. So I had to just draw a line here. It's following that, and who knows? It may collapse again. It's really got to push up through this line and really push up, and it's got to finish higher than this. So let's see here. Excuse me. There we go. And so there you go. It's got to break through the line. It's got to break through here, break that resistance, and then on top of that, it has to finish higher than this. Eventually, it has to go above it. So as it breaks over, it may initially break, and then it may test this high right here. And if it busts right through, then you know that we're back to an uptrend here. So we'll see what happens. Okay, and so that's that. And then let's go on to BitC at another 6-hour, and it's definitely broken out, going sideways. And the difference is that's the top resistant line compared to Bitstamp, where Bitstamp is like very close. So if you know what this hard resistant line is, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Let me back out here to a day. So that's the hard resistant line, which it never really, when it dropped here, it never really was close. And so there it is breaking out of this resistance here. So breaking out here and going sideways. And if it does go up, it's gonna react. I guess I could draw another line and do this and see what's happening, but the characteristics of each exchange is kind of interesting. Let me just show you an example here. Let's go back to Bitstamp and let's do a daily on that, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. You'll see the hard resistance being this line compared to BitC, which is the hard resistance on this line. So I know people, Mr. Legend X9, I think, or whatever, said stay away from Bitstamp or BitC, but if you look at it, I mean, it's really hard to ignore that there's a greater potential value here of when it goes back onto an uptrend, possibly. I mean, if you look at the spike, this unusual spike here, that could happen just as easily the spike going up. Now it may spike down and come back up, but could you imagine if you set your limits in the right place that you just and then it came back down and was back to normal, but the fact that it could spike up that high. So that's you know that's what I love about trading Bitcoin and all the various exchanges out there, is that each one is very independent. It's unique. It gives you information that the other exchanges can't give, and altogether they help me with my Bitcoin trading. And so there's that, and then now we go to Bitfin, and I'm gonna call it Bitfin. I don't know why they even put a little X right there, Bitfinex, like like it's an exchange, like we don't know that, you know. So I'm just gonna call it Bitfin because it just rolls off my tongue a lot easier. And so you're seeing the same thing here, but this is the top resistant line actually. This is actually the resistant line. So I'm drawing a line, so it's kind of slowly breaking through. And so you're seeing a lot of different things here, and I'll go to the daily on here, and then you'll see what I'm talking about. So that is the top resistant line here, and it just flows right down. Of course, if you know anything about Bitfin, is that they do a lot of strange things that other exchanges don't do. They don't do the margin trading and all that other stuff. Matter of fact, um, I did open an account over there. I do some trading. If anything, I learned to kind of mitigate my risk on any one exchange, and I'm trying to spread myself through the various exchanges. Um, because if one falls, I'm not all my eggs are in one basket, so to speak. So that's kind of how I'm trading, and on top of that, when I'm done trading, um, I'm pulling all my bitcoins back to America, which is Coinbase, which is my next chart, which I'll get to. But if you look at this, that's the hard resistant line. It's looks like it's breaking out, and so has a different feel analysis on this. Matter of fact, I even got an email. It seems like they're changing some of their programs and lowering their commission rates for larger volume people. So it looks like they're experiencing a tremendous amount of growth. And recently, I believe they were added to the CoinDesk index, I think. So they replaced Mt. Gox for the most part, and the price parity between this and all the others kind of fall in line with Bitstamp and Coinbase. So I think the, the fact that they're still around is a welcome, you know, uh, to the whole thing. So, anyways, you're seeing the same thing here, except a little difference. This is the heart line. It's showing that it's coming out of that. This is a really good signal here, that this big upward push. So, but last but not least, we'll go to Coinbase. And Coinbase also has a different story. I can't go back that long. It doesn't have enough history to it. Because if I go to a day, that's kind of all you're going to see. So it looks like they weren't really added until recently, but it is what it is. So I did make a line from this point to this point because that's all I have. And then you're getting another small little triangle here. So let me go back to the 6 hour so we can all see this. So the reason why I'm looking at Coinbase, even though it's not considered really an exchange, is because yeah, well, it's in America, and having an account with some kind of Bitcoin bank or exchange is important to me, because just the fact they're in America, and I feel much safer knowing that my coins or my Bitcoins are over there with Coinbase, in particular, um, because I can liquidate it, you know, and depending on the different banks um, who accept it, you know, that's kind of how it is. And if you're wondering about the two price spreads, those are the actual sell and buy prices. So you actually got the price here, and then the buy price and the sell price. So there you go. There's the two prices right there. So and you notice there's no market depth. They don't tell you how many. There's no volume. So it's not really an exchange. But I'm glad they actually have something, at least a chart, for me to look at. So what you're seeing here, I think, is very, very more accurate than any of the other exchanges, because I can, testify that the bitcoins that I liquidate and convert into a legal tender or back into fiat currency to my bank account is real. It's real. I can confirm that. And I can confirm that Coinbase is real. They're real. Okay, and this isn't funny money. This is real stuff. There's real trade, real transactions going on. So, and I've bought coins from, I've bought bitcoins from Coinbase, and yeah, they take the money right out of my bank account, right? So, and I've seen it. It's real. So, there you go. And Coinbase has its plus and minuses. So, like I said, they're not an exchange. So don't expect, if you buy 10 bitcoins from them, or if you buy anything over, depending on what your level is, if you buy anything over like $1,000 worth of Bitcoin, um, expect to get in 5 business days later. All right, 5 working banking hour days later. All right, don't count the weekends. Saturday and Sunday don't count. So if you order something on Friday, you'll get it next Friday for the most part. You order something on Monday, you'll get it next Monday. Or maybe you'll get it Friday. So anyways, that's the only thing about this. So if you're not long on Bitcoin, Coinbase is not for you. I have Coinbase because a few reasons, a lot of reasons. First of all, they're in America. They're linked to my bank, and third, I'm a long on Bitcoin. So I'm doing all this trading for one purpose and one purpose only, and that is to acquire more Bitcoins. And that's it. And so, there's my. I'm looking at it, and I've readjusted this support line. This support line in particular. If you draw your lines out, it'll just go to the back. But even if you look back, it kind of somewhat does make a little sense here. A little sense, but anyways, so we're getting really close to this resistant line, the only resistance line I can work with on Coinbase. I'm sure there's another one somewhere like above here or whatever, but right now that's kind of what I got. So looks like it hit up, bounced down, and hit off of this resistance, which has now become support, and now it's flowing out to the right. And so we got to figure out, is it going to break up or break down? And where's the support? So there's a good support right here, in my opinion, right here, whatever that price range is. 534. So there you go. There's your chart analysis. And let's go back to Bitstamp, which is at 632 at the. Well, Coinbase is really more, but at the same time it's not, because of the buy and sell price. But let's just end it off with Bitstamp, and hopefully this helps with your trades. I'm going to load this up, so anybody coming here in the morning, this is 12:30, around 12:30 um, Monday. It's actually Monday, March 17th. Time is, let's just show you the time here. There you go. Yep, there's the time. Okay. And so there's the time, and then that's what I'm looking at. So we're getting really close here, really closer and closer. And let me just go to Coinbase. I mean, this is really, Coinbase really shows it because of the way the chart's set up on this. But you know, it looks like we're getting closer and closer to getting to maybe some upward or downward pressure. We're gonna have to find out here. And like I said, if you played it over the weekend, the weekends are a really good time to trade because the parity in the price are almost the same. They don't move a lot. It's not volatile. If you can find someone who you can buy bitcoins at a certain price, prices are pretty stable. And you know, by the time they show up in your wallet, you can do whatever you want with it. So you can, if it goes to an exchange, you can, you don't have to worry about prices moving crazily during that period where it transfers. So you can maintain the value of your Bitcoin, so to speak. So anyways, feel free to comment, like, dislike, or even leave a video response. Until next time, stay tuned. Bye now.